Hello all my crafty friends. Well, today I'm coming to you with something a little bit exciting. I've just recently purchased the KaiserCraft Craft Caddy from my local Spotlight store here on the coast. I did have a 40% off coupon, so instead of paying $50 I paid $30. So this is a Lazy Susie craft caddy, so it'll turn on the base and it does come with drawers and a lot of storage. So I'll just open this up. Now the pack doesn't come with instructions, but it does come in raw MDF pre-cut panels. So this is the Lazy Susie base. Then I've got the Lazy Susie mechanism, which I'll screw together once I've decorated everything. So that'll be the last thing that I'll do. So as you see, it's all pre-cut. It's all just raw wood and ready to decorate. So we'll just take everything out. Now, the instructions on the KaiserCraft website I will link down below. It does advise just to dry assemble the pieces, so it's like a big jigsaw puzzle. It comes with some knobs on ends and some little slits for the little knob bits to go in. So this is the base that will sit on the Lazy Susie that will be keep everything together basically. So I'll just do a dry run of it. This is a very pretty one. You can decorate these however you want. Today though, I will be using the KaiserCraft Pen and Ink paper pad and some KaiserCraft other products. So all the products that I will be using will be listed over on my website, and that website linked down below. Now I do need to apologize as well. My camera has zoomed out as far as it will go. So as I am building this, it's not very, I guess, user view. So I do apologize for that. Now this craft caddy will measure 34 centimeters in length from left to right. The height will be 26.5 centimeters and the depth, so front to back, will be 22 centimeters. So it is a fair sized caddy and it will hold quite a bit of stuff in it. Now I do have a trolley that is on wheels that that it follows me pretty well much even when I'm in the craft room. But it will sit on top of my trolley here as well, so it will be a great addition to the craft room and to storage, because I have been looking for this for quite a while. So just going through the dry run, having a look to see what pieces go where. Now as I mentioned, you can decorate this as how you want basically. So you can do mixed media on it. I did think about doing that, but then I thought no, I'm just going to cover it in paper. I do have some KaiserCraft little, what do you call them, little hinges that I will put on the front of the drawers, so I'll decorate it just like that. Now I will actually paint the edges of each of these, and for that I'm just going to use a Montmart acrylic paint in raw umber. So I didn't have a dark brown in my KaiserCraft colours, but I thought I'm just going to use the Montmart. Now with this also I will be gessoing it all over, just with white gesso as well. So I've finished the assembly and it resembles what the picture does, so I'm pretty happy with that. And I think what I'll do now is I'll actually start to create. Now as I mentioned, I'm going to use my KaiserCraft 12-inch pen and ink pad here. Now it is just one-sided and I really do love this pad, and it's time that I used it. and this is the project that I'm going to use it on. I also have some metal book plates in brass which I'm going to use on the front of my drawers to help decorate. Now I have painted a lot of the MDF pieces here, and I've also painted my drawers as well because I didn't want the drawers to be plain, and as I mentioned I did use Montmartre. The drawer colour, I did use some KaiserCraft paint as well. So we're going to just assemble the drawers first, so they're nice and easy to assemble, and I'm just going to use my low tack tape and my Helmer's clear glue here just to stick them together. Now these drawers are already scored, and I'm just going to rip off some low tack tape just in the ready, just once I actually glue these together, and then I'll just tack the tape down just to keep that in place just while it dries. So these drawers also are a really nice size drawer. Now they do measure, let me just grab a drawer while I am doing the gluing here. So the drawers actually measure 20 centimeters from left to right. From front to back they're 10 centimeters, and the height is roughly 7 centimeters. So they are a really nice size, and I will be able to put quite a bit of stuff in them. So now all my drawers are all done, just going to pop them aside to dry. I'm just going through and just randomly picking out the pages from my KaiserCraft pad here with what I want to use. Cut each page 7 centimeters, the height of the drawer. So I've done all that, and I'm just going to use my Mod Podge in matte to stick these pieces down. So each drawer will have a different design on it. So just going over, putting the page down. Now I am going to also cut out eventually that little semicircle as well, but just for the time being I'm just going and doing all the fronts of all of the drawers first. So getting that done before moving on to the next step. I do use a old credit card or store card just to actually make sure that the pieces are stuck down very well as well. So just gluing that all down, smoothing out any lumps and bumps. Now I've just turned the box over, and I'm just going to score this side of the page very close to the edge of the box. What this will do is provide a score line and making it a little bit easier for this to wrap around the side here. So once I've done that, then I'll just continue on with my Mod Podge, making sure that everything is stuck down. Doing this as well will also ensure that the paper is also in line with the top and bottom, and it doesn't go skew-it sort of thing. So I'm going to do all of these boxes, and then I'll do exactly the same for the back of the box as well. So I've decided to do the back of the box, keep it all in the same paper, and then that way it'll look finished as well. So time now to cover all the sides and base and bits and pieces. So I'm just going to use my Mod Podge in matte medium to glue the paper down. Now, as you see, there are bits missing, and this is where the shelves and bits and pieces fit into, but I'm just going to cover those up because obviously the shelves and that will fit together on the inside and you won't see that. The other thing that I don't do is I don't glue paper to the little lugs that fit in these little slots here because it will make it too thick. So now don't forget the instructions are over on the KaiserCraft website, and I will link that link down below. So in the end, I did cover up probably 90% of this with paper. Initially my thought was that I would have some exposed painted sides, but then as I was going, I just wanted to use this paper. It was so gorgeous and I just fell in love with it. Now when you're cutting the paper away, I've used a Fiskars precision knife here. You do want to make sure that the blade is nice and sharp so it's not going to tear the paper. So I'm going to put the Lazy Susie mechanism together. Now I'm just going to mark where the indentations are with white pen, so that's what I've just done there, and it just makes it easier to line up. Now these screws are called I think they're called a self-tapping screw, so you don't need to drill, so you don't need any tools, you just need a Phillips head screwdriver, and it goes into the wood fairly easily. So I've attached it to my round base first and it spins quite well. This little pit here is the hole to be able to put the base onto this part here. So once again I've put the white dots in just so I can see, and I can actually use this round hole to line everything up and put the screw in. So it is quite easy and it's not rocket science. It's pretty easy. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So and this is probably the hardest part of putting this together, I think. So, but it wasn't hard, it was easy. So as you can see, it turns around pretty well. So I'm just going to use some Distress Oxide ink in Vintage Photo here, and I'm just going to go around all the sides of my glued paper sides here. This will get rid of all the white bits from where the paper was cut, and will give it that added vintage feel as well, so which I really do like. Now I did do the gluing assembly on my dining room table only because it was nice and clean and clear, so I just needed the room to assemble. So, but when I did assemble, this got glued together using my Helmer's clear glue adhesive, and it is a nice strong adhesive, so it will last for a long time. to work on my drawers here, and I'm going to use the metal book plates by KaiserCraft to put on the front. So the drawers will be labelled with what is actually in them. So as I mentioned, I've got one for miscellaneous, I've got one for pens, one for tools, and one for knives. So I'm just going to measure up how big the space is on these metal book plates here, and just cutting a piece of cardstock out of cream so I can write on. Now I will also cut out some acetate, and it's just from some packaging, so nothing fancy, that I'll put over the little cardboard bits here just to protect the wording on there. So these are super easy to put on my drawers here. I've just got a sharp, it's like a needlepoint tool, and I just poke a hole in, and what I'm doing is I actually glue my piece or my label down first. I found that was just a little bit easier to do, and then I would put on the book plate. So it does come with brads as well, which will go on the inside and to make it stay in place. So I think it looks really neat. I ended up just putting them all on the left side of the drawers, just to keep it in uniform basically. So this is my finished product. So I've popped all my tools and bits and pieces that I want to store in here, and as you can see, it's on a Lazy Susie, so I can turn it around. I'm really happy with the paper that I used. So that was the Pen and Ink paper pad by KaiserCraft. Now this will actually sit on my craft trolley up the top here, because as you can see, I do have more room on my desk now to craft. So overall, I'm really happy with this. So I hope this has found some inspiration for you to give one of these a go. If you have, please give me your thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to my channel, and if you do, don't forget to hit that notification bell. And until next time, happy crafting. See ya!